You're my first episode of season 2.
Wow. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome to season 2 of Things Have Changed. Okay, and this is a webcast, not a podcast, a webcast that we just have a casual conversation of what your business was like before the pandemic and what it is that you're getting through the pandemic and what your foresight is on the future and growing your business after this mess is over with. So, Reshma, I'm delighted to have you here today. Tell me a little bit about life before the pandemic. We met at the Newington Chamber of Commerce in Newington, Connecticut, originally, and since then you were a square on my box at the Zoom conferences every Wednesday. But tell me a little bit about you and your business, and before the pandemic, what were you doing? Anything you want to share. This is unscripted and you can just go.
Yes, thank you. Pandemic, I had a full-time job. I was working in the corporate world as an IT project manager. And then, and I used to attend meetings, networking meetings in person. As you know, we met in person first.
Right.
And so I started my financial coaching business on the side, because it takes time for a business to start. So I was doing both. But in February, I got laid off from my job. I came across a bad manager and he laid me off. You know how that goes.
Right, right. You know,
And
it's funny because people don't quit a job because of the company. They quit because of bad management. Do you find that to be true?
yes, yes. I was there for 10 years or so. So I didn't have any
Wow.
issues with the company. It was the boss, mine. And I was changing bosses. I was getting new bosses every 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Like in 8 years, I had 6 bosses. So the new ones come, they don't know. First of all, they don't know management skills. They themselves are learning on the job, and then they don't know people skills, and they don't know how to deal with people. So we get stuck. The employees suffer. But I had my side business, and everybody's been telling me to quit my job so that, you focus 100% on your job. It's tough to juggle both. So, so when he laid me off, I took it as a boon in disguise that, okay, this is meant to be. I'm supposed to put my full time in my business, which I wasn't, because, fear keeps you back and you need food on the table, so that holds you back.
Right, right.
And so I took that as a boon in disguise. And then, so this was end of February, and then the pandemic hit,
Right,
which
right.
was
Timing is
after,
everything, right?
right,
Oy, oy,
yes.
oy.
Yeah, but another boon in disguise is, the way I see it, I got unemployment, and because of the pandemic, the government is giving more money,
Right.
even for unemployment, right? They gave the stimulus package, they gave the extra $600, which then helped me with, not having to worry about paying my bills and eating and things like that. So that helped out. I'm trying to tap as less as possible in my emergency fund. And being a financial coach, I obviously have an emergency fund.
Yeah,
And
you're on the because of your industry and because of your business, you have the opportunity now to show it, like walk the walk,
yes,
and this is a perfect storm for you kind of in your niche, in your business. Um, Tell me about your greatest difficulties in the pandemic, because with me, it's the first thing that people cut is 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 marketing, And because on the ledger, on the business ledger, that's an all-out expense. You know, you don't, they think that you don't make money marketing, but they look at it and go, oh, the sales department, they're bringing in this amount of money. Well, they're bringing in this amount of money because of the marketing. So do you cut the marketing and you're cutting their nose off to spite your face? Then the phone doesn't ring and the sales guys aren't selling anything. So what is it with, what has it been for you at the start of the pandemic? And you were lucky enough to get into the, the relief programs, but what has been, as far as growing your business from, going part-time to full-time, oh, you got to do it now. What has been the most difficult part for you during and in the midst of the pandemic?
So that's a good question. So me being new to the business, so there's a whole lot of learning curve, as you know, in the beginning, to set up, to learn all the ropes of how to do marketing, how to do sales. And I was also brand new to social media. In fact, I hadn't even started social media, and the pandemic forced me, because that's the only way you can meet people. So in June or so, I kept away from social media for the longest time. I used to be afraid of it and avoid it as like a plague. And now I had to jump into it. So since June, I've been doing social media. I've been on Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn. Plus, because of my book, it was important to do marketing. And as you said, marketing and promotion is key. And social media is one of the ways you can do it for free. Yes, it's good to put money, but you can't avoid marketing, as you're saying. And even sales, to do sales, you have to do marketing, and you have to talk to people. And the more people you talk to, there's more chances of getting sales. You have to spread the word about your business or your book, in my case. So it is key, and that's how I started. And of course, I got the opportunity to write my book, The Pandemic Budgeting and Finances. And now it's available on Amazon, so you can go check it out. And it's a great gift for the holidays for people.
I've got the link on the screen there. It's not, it's a shortener link, but I'm highlighting it here. And you can, if you're on LinkedIn, just press that button here, and you're brought right to the Amazon page. Amazon I haven't done it yet. I'm afraid to do it.
Yes.
But that's so key, because right now is the perfect opportunity for people to associate you as a go-to person and an expert in your field, so long as they can see you, can hear you, can, and video is so important. I'm promoting like 2 posts a day, or your followers will go away. I mean, unless they can see you and hear you, then why should I buy that book? I mean, are you sensing that, or are you getting?
Yes. Whenever, even in Facebook, whenever I write about me, my personal stories, that's what people get attracted to you. And that's when I get the most likes, loves, and comments. And also I've started doing Facebook Live. Now it's like this Sunday was the 4th one I did. So I call it my Sunday school, where I, teach about budgeting and give knowledge, valuable knowledge about it. Right. So I started that, and I was afraid of, it took me 2 months. I had to psych myself for 2 months to get onto Facebook Live, because it's scary, and you always have this fear of the first, whenever you have to do something for the first time. But you have to get over it and take that first step, which is the most difficult. And that's what I've been doing all my life. Like, I got out of 2 bad marriages, divorces. I had 2 divorces. My first husband was mentally abusive, and that was an arranged marriage. I don't know if you know about arranged marriages, but
I'm somewhat. I mean, the folks in the American culture don't have exposure to it as much as when you were in India.
India. I'm from
Okay,
India.
so when this happened, you were the story blew my mind when you got married there and you were on a plane to America the next day or
Three
hours
days.
later. Yeah,
Yes,
tell me
three
about
days
that.
after. Yeah, 3 day. I got married. The first time I met him was like April 27th. We got married on May 9th, and then on May 12th, I'm here in the US with an absolute
Less than a
stranger.
month. Wow.
Yeah, 3 days. It was tough, and then
Three
he's
left a week.
I know. And like he's first of all he's a stranger to you. You and then you coming to a brand new country. You don't know anything about him and then you don't know anything about the country. So it's a really tough thing
Right?
to do. And then I mean arranged marriages go well most of the times, but sometimes they don't work out. And my ex-husband landed up being mentally abusive. So I left in 2 years.
Yeah, good for you for having the strength to notice and recognize that, because a lot of people don't. But they don't want to be cut out of family or
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it's your life, and
Yes.
good for you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. I mean, fear holds you back, and you know what will the society say? And in India, 20 years back, divorces were not common. So it was like, I'm going to have a taboo of divorce and I'm going to be an outcast. So there's lots to consider and think about. But I was 28, 29 years old at that time. I wasn't going to ruin the rest of my life. I was too young to worry about what the world has to say. I have to think of me first. And that's what a lot of people do not do. And they stay stuck in these horrible situations because of fear. And that's another thing. I had my emergency fund in place, my get out of jail emergency fund in place. Gave
Okay.
me the courage to
Right.
leave that marriage, right? And so that's another thing that keeps people stuck, women especially, because they don't have their finances in order. They're not financially literate. They don't know how to do these things. They don't know how to manage money, bank accounts, read bank statements, simple things. How much the income is, how much the expenses. They don't even know the basics. So it becomes difficult to live when you don't know where your money is or how to manage it, or how to get rid of debt, how to save. So that's what I help with, because I want to help women to not stay stuck and not suffer. And it's best to learn from somebody else's mistakes, right? I've already made all these mistakes and I've already know how to learn from all the mistakes. Like my second husband, I was with him 12 years and he was the best combination you can get. A mental abuser, a financial abuser, and a narcissist.
Well, you
So
know how to pick them, huh?
I know, lucky me. But
But the point is you live and learn, and
yes,
and you have to make those mistakes.
yeah,
You have to fail to succeed,
yes,
and you're blessed to have it done, whereas you can propel yourself to help others, and that's
yes,
a beautiful thing.
yes,
So now going forward, we always talk about you know, who who are you looking for? And you've already said, well, women who have gone through the same thing. Where do you target market your people that you want to talk to that could lead you to getting in front of your ideal customer or ideal client? Would it just be divorce lawyers or some niche of a professional that you could introduce yourself to, develop a relationship with, and maybe share some of your funds that you're taking in with them so that they can supply you with a warm kind of list of
Yes.
people that need your services, and they, it's a win-win-win across the board. um,
Yes.
but I don't know if you could address that. I'm sure it would help some people that are going through the same thing, to be pointed in your direction.
Yes, that'll be awesome. And as we know, and especially in this day and age and with the pandemic, collaboration is the best way. So,
Absolutely.
uh, yes. So yeah. So for me, since I want to help divorced women, it's tough to know who's divorced. So yes, divorce lawyers are great. There are bankruptcy lawyers. There are relationship coaches. There are other financial planners, financial advisors, because I don't do stocks and bonds or taxes or
Right.
bookkeeping, right? I help with the coaching and educating and putting a budget together. So those are good partnerships, and of course, any churches or groups that support divorced women, I would think are good good for me to collaborate with.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good list. And we together we know a bunch of people in our networks that fall into that category.
Yeah.
But anybody else listening or watching this, they go, "Oh yeah, I got to contact you,"
Yeah.
or read your book.
Yes.
so
Yes.
so going forward, what are your goals, as far as you yourself and your business, um, as the smoke clears of then this crisis and we get somehow back into a sense of normalcy? What do you envision for your business, as far as going forward?
So I believe in helping people and the masses, and when you are in service and you helping, automatically the money comes. So I want to spread the word and reach the masses, and that's why I'm writing books. I'm talking on podcasts, and uh, and of course, speaking engagements are not happening now. So that would be one of the things I would love to do, is speaking engagements and conferences, so that I can spread the word and my story to majority of people and to reach the world. So, and I'm also going to be writing more books on
Awesome.
more specific topics, like uh, about for especially for women, especially for housewife. In India we call them housewives, but they are the women who don't make money and are dependent on their husband. More for single moms, for adult young children, people who feel dependent
Right.
and they want to become independent, and people who feel broke all the time, because broke, as you know, is a state of mind. It's a feeling. It's not an actual thing, because there are people who are making six-figure incomes and feel broke because they don't have money left at the end of the month.
Right.
So it's
Right.
all about money management, controlling your money, budgeting. And budgeting is not a bad word. People have a negative uh, connection with the word budgeting, but it's actually not. It's very liberating and it helps you. And budgeting is more of a art than a science, and it's the combination of exactly how much you should save, how much you should pay off debt, and in what combination, and depends on the situation and the you are in, because saving money first for a divorced woman is more important than paying off debt. And if a person is at retirement age, it's different. So preparedness is the key, and a crisis is a crisis, be it divorce, recession, the 2008 recession, unemployment, which we are seeing a lot due to the pandemic, or the pandemic itself. It's If you're prepared for it, then you have a peace of mind, and you're not stressed out and overwhelmed and worried about money, and then you can be more creative. Another thing we are seeing during the pandemic, everybody needs to be very creative with the way they do their business. they need to pivot in their business or, life or lifestyle. So, so it frees your mind when you're peaceful that you don't have money issues. So you can focus on these other things.
Right, right. Well said. Well said. It's so important that it's like that hurdle when you wake up in the morning and you have to walk around the block. But I want a cup of coffee, so yeah. But I know I gotta run around the block. And it's the same thing with budgeting. I know I got a budget, but you know what? I can find an excuse not to do it. And and your work is so important that you're getting paid to make them do that that budget. Not in a forceful way, but once you're done, you can take a big breath and find yourself relieved of that burden. But you need a push. Some people need that push.
Yes.
And you provide a great service. So I'm going to give you the floor and take as much time as you need. But speak to me as if I'm a customer or a prospect. Why would I want to do business with you? As far as what makes you different, and we'll finish up with that.
Sure. Yeah. So as you were saying, you go for a run around the block and you want a cup of coffee, and then you land up in Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks. Yes, and you go and buy that. And that costs money, but you can always get your cup of coffee at home for 50 cents versus $5. So that's a good start to have to work with me, because I'll teach you that and tell you, that's not a good thing to do. And also because I have learned from life experience, and I've actually, as you were saying, walked the walk. And learning from life experience is like the most expensive education you can get out there, and the best. And I teach you how I've actually gone from surviving to thriving to being able to dream. And that's what I want for everybody else. And that's what I help with. Actually show you how to do it, how to get out of debt. I used to be in $25,000 of $25,000 to $50,000 of credit card debt alone for 12 years because of my ex-husband's bad money spending habits. So I learned how to get out of it several times. I did it. And then I was able to get out of that. And I learned all those skills, money management skills. And then, I know how it is to always feel broke, always be living beyond your means. And I do not want anybody to go through that. And as I was saying, it's best to learn from somebody else's mistakes. And I already have gotten out of it, know how to do it, and I can help you get out of it. So 5 years back when I got divorced, I first got rid of him, so it was easy to then get rid of my $25,000 debt that I got stuck with during the divorce settlement, because he wasn't there to jack it up again. And I am a saver and he was a spender. So that was easy, not easy, but I got rid of my 25,000 in less than 3 years, because he wasn't there to sabotage or anything. And then I created my emergency fund, 3 to 6 months emergency fund. And then only after you do that and you've left from survival mode to thriving mode, then you can think of dreaming again, right? Like when I was in that situation and worried about paying bills and putting food on the table, I would never think of, like buying rental property. First of all, I never even have that kind of money to save up. So it gives you options and opportunities. And now, because I'm not worried about, I have my emergency stash in place, and I can sleep like a baby. Even with the pandemic came, and as you've seen, the pandemic showed how whacked out people's finances are, and everybody's so stressed. And I wasn't stressed in spite of being unemployed. I still didn't freak out because I know I have my stash I can tap into. And so that's how it works. And now of course, I put it on hold, but I was stay saving up for buying rental property. 20% down you need so that you don't get hit with a PMI. Plus, that brings you also passive income. That's another thing which is very important and seen during the pandemic, the importance of having multiple streams of income, so that when a person loses their job, and as you know, in the corporate world, somebody can be laid off in a second. It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. Even if you work there 25 years, 40 years, you are the best employee, they don't care. They care about their pocket. So having
Yeah.
multiple streams of income is important. So I help with all that and I teach all that. And so that's why, and I'm a very pleasing person to work with. So I think that's a good reason why you should work with me.
Well, you know what? I agree. I mean, and you've been there, you know,
Yes,
you've walked the walk and you talk
yes,
the talk.
yes,
But the key is you've been there so you can look at the situation and go, I remember. Okay.
yes,
So going forward, this is where we can help you out. So,
yes.
um, this has been such an enlightening conversation with you, I'm so glad we did this because it gets me to know you better, and with my network, not everybody wants digital marketing. Surprising, you know, so it helps me that I can help them. I can leave them in a better place than when I found them, and
Yeah,
that's one of my key values is okay, you're not going into digital marketing, what can I help you with? And a business owner might say, well, I just fired all my people because of COVID. I didn't know if I could pay them or not. Like somebody's laid them off. Well, they don't need my services. They need an HR expert. So I can go, I know a guy or I know a gal. So when you can never know somebody is divorced or not, or going
yes,
through a struggled time, because you don't really find that out in a network meeting. But as
right.
you get to know them with a cup of coffee or a conversation like this, then okay, maybe I can help in a way and point them in your direction. It gives me the added value that, oh, I'm going to get back in touch with you in 3 to 6 months. And I never do.
Hmm.
Let's face it, I never do.
Yeah.
But it gives me the opportunity to go and get back to them in 2 weeks and say, hey, how was that girl Rashmana? Was she any good to you? Or oh, she was great. Great. Now, when are we going to take care of your digital marketing? It's a different mindset, and we've had to pivot this way as far as, you know, getting these interviews in and letting a whole new demographic know that we're here to help point you in the right direction. Um, it's like I say, it's been a pleasure doing this podcast or webcast. I keep on saying podcast, but it's a webcast,
Yes.
and we're going to finish it up with that. Any last words?
No, thank you so much for having me. And yeah, it's not worth staying stuck in an unhappy relationship because of fear or not having your money in place, because I use money as a tool and that's what I help with to get out. I know there's a lot of other aspects to, leaving a relationship. It's not that easy, and taking that first step is the most difficult. but there is help out there and support out there, and you're not alone, and you don't need to try to do this by yourself or figure it out. When there is help and you can focus on the things you're good at. Everybody's not good at, this budgeting or plus I know how to do it. I've been there. I know how to get out of such situations. So there are a lot of resources, and you should reach out and tap into these things. And sometimes it's good to invest in yourself and get unstuck. Like even like for the book, I wrote this book, but I needed help. I took help of a writing coach so that my journey was smoother and faster. I wouldn't have been able to crank out my very first book in, 3 months, 6 months time had I not tapped into help, because I don't know anything about how to write books, right? And now it's, the quality is much more better, and it was just a smoother journey. So I would say reach out. And if you want a signed copy of my book, which Mike, you also, I'm waiting for your information to send you a signed copy of my book.
Okay, let's link up on LinkedIn, and I'm happy to give that to you. I'm excited to read it.
Yes.
And I'm excited to support anything you have promotionally online and get this message out.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
well said. Can you give kind of your contact information real quick?
Yeah.
As far as reaching out and getting the book, I know it's a link on Amazon.
Yes, it's available on Amazon. And then if you want a signed copy, you could contact me through my Facebook page. You could PM me, and then I'm on Instagram and on LinkedIn, and my website. You can also my website is flourishbizcenter.com. I'm the founder of that company. So you can contact me through the contact page, because you won't get a signed copy through Amazon. That's only through me. But on Amazon, you can buy a copy, and also the ebook is available, as you can see on the picture here. So that's the best way. And
Right.
of course, my email, you can email me. My email address is Reshma Bhojwani, the number 1, @gmail.com. And I would love to chat with anybody and everybody for whatever reason. If you want to know more about my story, if you want to tell me about your story, if you have any questions regarding anything about my divorce or how I went about it, or about budgeting, or how I got out, how I created my get out of jail fund, I'm an open book. So please reach out, and I would love to talk to anybody and everybody.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. And we're going to wrap up another episode. This is the first of season 2. It's episode 15 and 16. And if you have any questions, there's a question box on this platform. So, we can pause this and ask a question, and you'll be answered in your email box. And we'll go on from here. Thank you very much for spending time with me today, Reshma. And for you in the audience, thank you so much for taking the time. Live with passion. And if you were listening or watching this webcast on your mobile device, thanks for the ride.
Yes, thank you, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving.
Take care now.
Bye.
Okay, that was fantastic. So I'm doing a little editing, right?
Oh, but it's still recording.
No, that's fine. I can cut this off.
Okay.
But what we just did is just have a conversation.
Yes.
Right. At the very beginning, it's kind of awkward. Oh, we're on.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when I saw the recording already. I got a little scared because other podcasters, we talk a little and then they turn on the record button, then they switch off the record button. So that's fine. But you can edit, as you said.
Right. So we're going to edit it for like 15 minutes and 15 minutes or 12 minutes, 12 minutes, something or other.
Okay.
But the gist of what you had to say is going to be in there. And the important part is your name and your name underneath your picture here. So that's what they're going to see.
Yeah.
And before I launch it, I always send you the first copy so you can watch it and go, hey, good job, Mike, or I look terrible. You can't use that. I'm like, I hear all kinds of stuff. I'm like, it's just a conversation. It's not Hollywood. But it's getting to know the real you.
Yes.
And that's why I have this thing unscripted. Is answer those 3 questions before, during, and after the pandemic.
Right.
And what we're all going through. So it's relatable that everybody's going through something.
Correct.
And everybody likes a good story.
Right.
And so all the people that I've run across in networking, they have a story too. You have a story too. It needs to be told. Mm-hmm. So that's why I do this.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, any other questions for me? I'm gonna get. I'm gonna search for you. Divorce lawyers. I think I mentioned that to you before.
Yeah, you started creating a list, and you said once that's over, you'll send it to me. So that day, I don't know if you waited
and
enough
I don't
time.
know if maybe I what is it? Yeah. Forgive my mess.
No,
I can find everything.
I know, it's amazing how
forgive my mess.
We keep things in this fashion, and it looks. We know exactly what the mess is all about, and we know exactly what is where, and if. I also had keep a mess, but I know exactly what is where. And if somebody moves it around, I was like, why did you touch my mess? Right,
there it is. Divorce lawyers. So I kept it.
Okay.
And it's, how many did we get? Let's see.
Yeah, it's fascinating how depends on.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how depending on the question the interviewer asks, the whole session turns out so different, because I've been now on 4 or 5 or 6 podcasts, and they all bring out another aspect because of depending on the question they ask. They're all free flowing, but still different things come out.
Yeah.
Of your life, or different aspects of it come out.
It's good for you to put your story in a sequence that it's your story, but it's being chopped up in, in what you're being asked, but it's getting you more refined at telling your story,
right.
and the way that you want to tell your story. And that's, what we do is we are designing web pages like that.
Yeah.
It's your story, but it's the way that you want to tell your story. Your mission, your issues, your products, your services, all that kind of stuff is what people want to know. But underneath every story block, there's a little button that they can go call now.
Yes.
Because most websites, you got to search for their number.
Yes.
And that's why 96% of people go to a website, they look around, and they go. Because who wants to search for the number?
Right.
If the number's right in front of you, press it, and I'm on the phone with you. Correct. In real time.
Right. Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's working. We've just landed a new client. You ever hear of Cindy Crockett? She's she runs a law firm in Hartford, but she is doing what is it called? Personal injury.
Okay.
So she is going against, her competition is the guys that you see on TV. Carter Mario,
Right.
John Heyman, the Trantolo family.
Right.
So I was like, do you want to, beat the pants off these boys? Because we're going to do it. And she took a little time. She goes, no, they're good guys. Yeah, they're good guys taking all of the money from your business. So you got
Yes.
to get it on your head that, friendly competition isn't bad.
Right.
But if you put it in my plate, I want to crush them.
Right. Yes.
But that, I don't need to relay that message to them.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
But I want to crush them.
Yeah, but these big ones are tough to crush, right? Or compete against.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I mean, they've been in business so long that they have they have all of their marketing money tied up in TV. They're spending $10,000 a month on TV ads. But if I go to Carter Mario Hartford,
Yeah.
they look like everybody else.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's a point. Yeah. But on TV, they are very famous.
Well, our stats are that before the pandemic, 87% are going to look online. They see you here on this podcast. They're going to look online. Okay, you've got to do a fantastic selling job for them to not go shopping. Because if I see this and I'm injured on the job, and I see his commercial, I'm going here. Oh, here's another one. John Heyman, right? Same thing. Same exact thing. Trantolo. Same exact thing. I'm saying to my new client, I want your page to look like this.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
What are you going to do? Go in here and check out and filter through 160 Google pages or plus play?
Right. Play. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, so it's different.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So they are old and they've also kept their look and feel old and not,
Right.
updated their.
But
Yeah.
the key is that this video here has been in this position since 2014.
Oh, wow.
So you only have to do this once.
Right.
And you don't have to do it ever again. And if I land here, am I really going to go shopping for these guys?
No.
And see, okay, well, these guys are these guys.
Right.
And I'm going to go back to my client and go, yeah, I'm either going to call, set an appointment, opt in, or buy.
So is that what you do? You create these videos? So I think last time we were talking about, I don't really understand what you do exactly.
Yeah, if you think about it, if you have see on TV or hear on the radio or in your car, oh, I got to write down that number so I can call them. Or it's a print ad from the mail, like a postcard ad.
Yeah.
Or even if it's word of mouth, like at the Chamber of Commerce, or we get a conversation, you tell me you're looking for a handyman. Oh, I know a handyman. 87 out of 100 are going to look you up online before they ever contact you. And where do most of those 87% go?
Google.
Yeah, it's a verb now.
Yes.
So that's one of the things that I work on first, because it makes no sense for me to take money and throw traffic when 87% are going to see that.
Yeah.
So when they could see that and convert a heck of a lot better. So it's the strategy is reputation first. Once we get this, we now can throw massive amounts of traffic as far as getting your word out, because 87% are going to land on this page.
Right.
And as far as the other marketing goes, always tell them, these guys, the staff, they go, hey, you got a phone? Yeah. You got Google on that phone? Yeah. Go to Tesla Washington, D.C. reviews. We would rather have our customers say how good we are than you guess, or we ourselves say how good we are. You'd rather believe it from somebody else that had a good service, and this fits the bill.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's where we are with that.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. So you create videos and you create websites, and what else do you do?
Well, this is what's called a
that you had shown me once.
Yeah. So this is what we do. Reputation first.
Right.
And then where do you want to go?
Okay.
So this map has a little video describing what's on the map, but at the end of it, it's like, where do you want to go? And if you don't know where you want to go, I suggest here, because you only need to do it once.
Here is where?
The social media.
I couldn't see your pointer. Oh, okay.
So in each one of these, it's a little portal.
Okay.
That will take me to this strategy. Right. So here's the portal for that strategy. Mm-hmm. But it looks like a bunch of spaghetti.
Right.
But if I walk you through it, you're going to understand.
Right.
What we're doing.
Right. Yeah. It's a flow chart. Yeah. But what is, so I understand your first step is reputation marketing. So for reputation marketing, what do you do? Is that video thing and making sure a person is, what do you do?
So if they go to your site, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to go to your site first. They're going to go and Google you first.
Oh.
Right. So have you ever Googled yourself?
No.
Okay.
As in my name or Flourish Biz Center?
Yeah. Let's do the center.
Flourish Biz Center.
I want to make sure I spell it right. FLOUFL.
I think you missed the L.
FLOU.
RISH. Biz Center. BIZ. B as in boy.
Okay.
Center.
Reviews. Okay. So for your business going forward, I would give you one of these. Let's do this.
So I didn't come up at all?
Nope, didn't come up at all. So if I go in here, Flourish Biz Center, right? And what's the phone number?
203-558-0808. And there's no space between biz and center. It's one word. This center is one word.
So like that?
Yeah.
So if I go show me my score, it's got this. What's the, do you have a domain for the website?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. So it's asking you for address. It's not really that important. Well, let's do it correctly. So what's the address? You got a brick and mortar for the address or a PO
No,
box?
no, it's my home address.
Okay. So what?
783
Great.
Prospect Street.
And what town?
Naugatuck.
Oh, spell that for me.
Naugatuck. T as in Tom.
Naga.
T as in Tom, UCK.
Is that right? Naugatuck?
Naugat as in Tom. Oh, is that T? Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Naugatuck,
I don't.
Connecticut.
I can't see the screen clearly.
Yeah, no problem. I got it. And
yeah.
what's the zip code?
06770.
Okay, so 6. And what's the website?
www.flourishthiscenter.com.
flourishcenter.com. Okay.
.com.
So what this is doing is it's scraping the data off of Google, and it's going to give you a report, so that in the future, whoever you're dealing with as far as your digital marketing goes, you can take it step by step and work on what you want to work with.
Okay.
So it's still rendering here, but every section of it, there's a little lady here and an explainer video that it's going to explain what you're looking at.
Okay.
So I already know that you don't have a Google listing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's new. Even my website is new. And I haven't done anything, I guess, to put it on SEOs or anything like that.
Right. I mean, but the most important thing is the directories and mirroring Google. Whatever you put on Google, put the exact same information on every single, like Yahoo, like Bing, like Facebook. It's got to be exactly the same information that's on Google, or it won't show.
I see.
So when people go to Google, you want a Google presence. And for people to put the reviews on your services.
Okay.
So the Google rules the world, unfortunately.
Right.
But when we're done here, I'm going to send you this link, and it's going to be this report.
Okay.
So that it's easy for you to, in those slow moments or slow times you can schedule, go on to YouTube and go, how do I get my Google listed? And there's a number of videos that you can watch, 5-minute videos that will walk you through the process.
Okay.
Or hire somebody like me. But this is the way that you can get it, this hack it, I call it. and get this done for free.
Okay.
It's still rendering. But this is your information here, so you know that's you. And then when you have a question like here, the second part is reputation. Well, they've got a little video here for the same lady that's going to explain what the reputation grade is.
Okay.
Right? So same with negative reviews. Well, you don't have any negative reviews because there's nowhere where to write them. You know, so and then, you know, video grades. Same thing. A drop down little video. She's going to describe what you're looking at for the video.
Okay.
Social, same thing. And this is so important is your billboard, because somebody going to your Facebook site is going to go, is she open? When we can put a, you know, what's called a social cover.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, retargeting. Retargeting is what Amazon's been doing for the last 15 years.
Oh.
So somebody goes to Amazon and wants to buy a pair of shoes, and they say, no, Reshma said that, I mean, I got to save my money.
Right.
And they go away. But those shoes are going to follow you until you buy.
Right. Right.
That's retargeting, right?
Okay. Right.
So you're capturing 100% of the people that land on your website.
Okay.
I'm not Google, so I can't do it for the video.
Okay.
But what I did for the lawyer is that I made the video. So the video, the people are going to see the video first and then go to her website and see it again, giving her more credibility, more authority that Google lends. Okay. So they're going to see a 5-star video and then, okay, I might as well go and see what this lady is all about. They go to her page and 5 seconds, they see the video, same video again on her website, but it's not huge. It's just a mini pop in the corner of her business. I have one too in my business. So if I go to my website and start scrolling around in 15 seconds, you know,
what's your website name?
It's long.
Oh.
Local partnership, joint market solutions. Oh. So there's the video here. So they see it on Google and they see it again.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
And over here on the right, I have 16 5-star reviews, so I show them right here. So if they want to know more, they can click more and they see the whole thing right here. So, you know, simple stuff, but
this is reviews from clients, right?
Yep, my clients.
So I have to have clients first to get reviews.
Well, what I always do is I say, look, I'm going to give you a discount, okay? And the only thing that I need to ask you for is a review about your experience. And I also want to ask you for 3 referrals. So that keeps your hot market right in front of you.
Okay.
Because if you don't do that, they say, hey, what a great service you get. You're fantastic. Great. We'll write that so that the rest of the world can see that.
Right.
You know, a slap on the back is great, but you make money from those people saying it online.
Correct. Yeah.
So I make it a part of my service. I'm going to give you a beta as far as our program goes, and I'm not going to charge you $3,650 for one video. I'm going to knock it down 55% and $1,500, but you have to promise me that you're going to write a review about your experience with us. And I don't care what, it's a 5-star, 1-star, but promise me you're going to write a review. And also 3 referrals. And they can be non-competitive referrals. And I love talking to, accountants or lawyers, because they can refer me to somebody across the country and I can still help them.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not going to ask Cynthia to refer me to the people at Carter Mario because they're in a direct competition with her.
Right. Yes, correct.
So it makes sense for me to say, hey, 3 referrals, but make the referrals of people you went to law school with that have their own firms in like Minnesota,
Right.
or Texas or California.
Right. Yeah.
So they have a mental block with that sometimes, but I say, it doesn't have to be your competitor. In fact, it's better that I'm not competing against myself.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that competition, Carter Mario and John Heyman and the Trantolo boys going, what the hell? How is she getting so much business? They're scratching their heads. They can't figure it out. I like that.
That's true.
So that, these are things that we do, but it all rolls back to here. That's, if you don't have reputation,
Right.
You're getting out there and you're always offering more value.
Right.
So once you're offering that more value and doing your coffee dates and things like that, taking a notch further, what I do is if I get a referral, I pay half.
Oh.
Why? Because I want more referrals.
Right.
That's the circle of trust. It's something like this. I do marketing, but I don't do hiring. So this hiring guy is going to go, yeah, you need marketing? You talk to Mike. Great. Well, if I sell him a $1,500 video, I'm giving him $750. Why? Because I want more.
Right.
That worked. I'm happy to pay that. And they're happy to send on, somebody that says, no, go play in traffic. Well, what are your main concerns? We got a market. Great. I got a guy. And I'm going to get something out of it. So
right.
I'm designing these wheels of trust for the car market. And I talked to Cindy. She does personal injury, but she doesn't do bankruptcy, or she doesn't do divorce, or she doesn't do, different kinds of law that she can refer these guys to. She's building her own circle of trust.
Right.
That's how I
pivoted. It makes sense.
So everybody wins. It's a win-win-win across the board.
Right. So you're saying you pivoted. So what were you doing before the pandemic?
I was taking my little list here and designing all these lists for myself. I wasn't sharing it.
Oh.
It's like, my stuff is patent pending or patented or patent pending or proprietary, and I don't want to share it with anybody else. I don't need to. Well, the pandemic proved me wrong. So now I can go and, for example, one of my partners who's in the car industry is selling text messaging.
Oh.
So he's, of all the people that say, no, Joe, go play in traffic, he's sending them the report that I'm going to send you. And I get notification that they've got the report. And I called Joe and I said, hey, Joe, who's this Ford dealer you've been talking to? And they can say, hey, no, Larkin, I'm closing them on Tuesday. Okay. Or they can say, hey, go for it, Mike. Great. But it keeps the wheel spinning. And he's in Florida. So I've given him the car dealerships in all throughout Florida, Miami. I've already put him into his CRM. But I'm taking the Northeast. Boston, Hartford.
Right.
New York. And as, I got another guy in Arizona. He does finance. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know anything about finance. Mm-hmm. But out of the people that he contacts per week, he's got 80% of them that say no, buzz off. Well, what are you interested in? Well, we got to get our marketing straight. I know a guy, Mike, contact these guys. And he sends them the report, and I get notification on the report. So I can see, okay, it's from Michael Osmith, and here's his number. So I know who to give the $750 to. Make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So
a little. I mean, it's pretty complicated.
Right.
Do.
So that's why the map is there, so that people can follow along exactly what I'm doing.
Right.
So I build them a what's it called, landing page with their logo and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is I know who gets the money on that referral, because it's their logo, it's their phone number, it's their stuff. Okay. And it's brilliant because the owner of the company at a glance can know that they have a problem. And now I know what their problem is. And do you want to fix it or not?
Right.
Well, I need to focus on my HR. Okay. But I'm not leaving them out on the cold. I can always go back and say, hey, when do you want to take care of your video marketing?
Right. Yeah.
So it's a system.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah.
But I've had to pivot.
Right. And how long have you been in this business?
Oh, let's see. Digital marketing, I got involved 22 years ago. Wow. But it wasn't anything like this. It was chasing shiny objects, buying the next, shiny object as far as video. What we're doing now was out 20 years ago, and I was like, wow, I can interview somebody? Now it's commonplace. But when I would, describe it to somebody, they're going, what do you do? Right. So it's that far advanced, the stuff that we can do. Right. But it's another thing to wrap somebody with the money's head around what we can do.
Right.
So, and if I don't get the results that somebody wants, I can stack on the value. So you didn't get the numbers because we fixed this and this. Well, the next month we'll add on this. So your priority is always there, and we don't lose you as a client because your expectations weren't met. Okay, we need to fix this. I get it. And we're going to stack on something that's a value on top of what we're already doing. Same same price.
Same price. Okay.
Because, digital marketing is science, and it's art, and it's, some people are going to boom, and some people takes a little time. Right. Depending on what market you're dealing with. Right. So I don't bother saying, oh, yeah, you're going to increase your business by X amount. I have case studies that I can show somebody that, increases business year to year 19%. But I'm not going to promise you that, and especially a year like this year. Yeah. Would you take 9?
Right.
9%.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you this: you're by doing and working with us, you won't lose 19%.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so
That's true.
that's what that's what we do, and we're sticking to it. But
Nice. Yeah.
it's a long process to get through all this stuff. So
Yeah.
let's take it one at a time and
Right.
perfect that, and then move on to the next portion of it.
Right. Right.
How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time?
Right. Yeah.
So, but I made a almost fatal mistake about 15 years ago when we started with traffic. Everybody wanted traffic, and they were paying me lots of money for traffic, and I would get them traffic. But that 87% are going back, and they're checking on the reputation. And those companies get back to me and go, yeah, we're done with you. Why? Oh, it's not converting. Well, who's answering your phone? I was pointing at them. It's you. No, it's me. Because I didn't do my homework and I wasn't strong enough to say, no, you're going to work with me on reputation first. Then I can throw all the traffic I want because it's going to convert.
Right.
Traffic is, for the sake of traffic, means nothing. It's a vanity. But when they see that you're a 5-star reputation, more so that they're going to call, opt in, set an appointment, or buy. But when you don't have your
Right.
house in order, they're going to get that traffic, and what are they going to do? Go away.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm learning as I go, but that was a big lesson. It almost cost me my business.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but that's how everybody learns, right? From their mistakes.
Oh, yeah. I fell flat on my face. I'm like, oh, God. But I had to learn, and I learned. And now I have the backing of saying, hey, I know you want to do this, but we're going to do this. And you know what? If you won't need to go to somewhere else, I'll let you go. Go get all the traffic, because you're going to come back because you don't have this.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, all right, my love, I'm going to go and start editing you. And as soon
Okay.
as I get these episodes up and running, I'll
Mm-hmm.
send them to you, part 1, part 2. It'll
Okay.
be episode 15 and 16.
Okay. And I can use this from
Yeah.
my side?
Yeah. Let me show you what it's going to look like. Let's see. Here is the one we did for let's see. Do you know Eric Lopkin?
Yes.
Okay. I just was a guest on his podcast. But if I go here and show you, this is what we did for him in May. So here's the question, right? So they can watch the video and at any point stop the video and ask the question.
Oh.
And his and my phone will light up with, hey, this is episode 16, and I got a question for Reshma, and whatever their question is. You can answer it, but if there's a problem, I can answer it as well.
Oh.
But it's going to pop up on their email. Hey, here's the answer to your question. Right? But they can ask any question they want, and then here, as they're watching the video,
I can get their email address?
as we're talking to him on as we're talking to Eric, right, on the webcast, and this holds true for you,
Yeah.
right? And I ask him, hey, how could people get in touch with you, right? And he says, hey, we're at the Modern Observer group, and his button pops up. So when you're showing your book, I'm going to put a button here that shows up when you're talking about it and leading to your Amazon book page. You know, something like that. And now it's just a question of getting eyeballs to it.
Right. No, but like when they ask a question and they put their email address, I can get that email address, or you get it, or what happens?
Yeah, you get it. I'm going to put you as a contact.
Okay.
And me as a contact, so that somebody is engaging with them. And if you answer their question, and if I answer their question, they're going to go, wow, the host and the interviewer answered my question.
Right.
So you know, if I miss it, you're my backup. If you miss it, I'm your backup. But if we both answer that question, okay, all the better.
Okay. And do you usually get questions?
Nah.
No.
But it's there.
Yeah.
You know, and also too, I can look or can hook it up with Facebook. I don't feel that people are responsive when I do that. They want, and this is kind of, oh, I'm exclusive. You know, I can design a registration page, but I don't normally do that like this. It's going to look like this. Oops. It's going to kind of have a countdown timer. So as soon as they land on this, there's a countdown timer, and they have 6 minutes until the next presentation. Oh, you know, so it doesn't waste their time. You can do it right now. But this 7 minutes is once the countdown timer is 0, it starts again. So every 15 minutes, we're running another episode.
And they have to register for each one?
No.
Oh.
But they've got fancy pop-down menus and all that kind of stuff. But this is building your email list. But I don't find these useful. These are the most useful, is the replay pages.
Okay. Right.
So, you know, I want to learn it right now.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of, okay, when was that webinar again? Or I only have 6 minutes to join this webinar? Damn.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, the laundry is ready to buzz.
Right.
I don't have time.
Yeah.
So when somebody lands on this page at their leisure, they can watch it.
Right. Yeah, that's better.
Right. So what I'm going to do in editing is, this is part 2.
Okay.
But it's going to be part 1, part 2.
Why is it, what does it mean, part 1, part 2? They're like 2 different videos, you mean?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that it's not too long, right?
Right. Yeah. It's only 15 minutes long.
Right.
And if somebody likes the content, they can go to episode 2 or part 2.
Okay. Right.
And that's what I did for all of them.
Do you have visibility to know how many people saw it or clicked on it or anything?
Yeah. Whether they watched it, how much they watched, whether they skipped a part, whether they watched it over.
You have access to all that?
Yeah, let me show you that. Pretty cool. Let's see. Boost webinars.
How many people, who all does it go to? Like your audience is how many people?
For example, here's how many people are following me on LinkedIn. So I have 8750.
Okay. Oh, and you're going to put this on your LinkedIn.
Yeah. Yep. I'm
Okay.
going to put it multiple times on my LinkedIn.
Okay.
I've got this little doohickey here. And as soon as it's approved, I put it as a single post
Mm-hmm.
and to all these platforms.
Okay.
And it tells me the date and time that it'll go out to all these platforms.
Oh, wow.
So I can do it multiple times, like for part 1 this week and for
Mm-hmm.
part 2 next week,
Okay.
and see how much that renders. Let's see what else. So this is part of this, the social media.
Okay.
So it's getting out to all social media platforms.
Okay.
And for me, I've got 8,700 in just LinkedIn.
Okay.
Right. So, I
Right.
mean, it's pretty powerful. I haven't got numbers from Maria Rose. She is another interview. West Hartford Chamber of Commerce has been very active with me in this program. And Newington, you'll be the first from Newington. Well, Maria Rose is in Newington too. But yeah,
And
I
how
mean,
you were going to show me how you know that people have watched it?
yep, right here. Let's see. Let's do all my webinars. And what's a good one? Things have changed. This one is 5. So that this isn't a major popular one because I didn't send a whole bunch of people.
Okay.
But here's the heat map here. It's saying how much, what is it, rewatched, skipped, they pressed the action button. Nobody did because it was only 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
And how much was watched. So I can gauge this. Here's when I dropped the button. And the view gate options, this is telling me that nobody signed like the name
Right.
and email,
Mm-hmm.
but this is telling me how much they watched.
Okay.
And I don't want to send you a huge one because it's too confusing to look at.
Right.
So that they watched it, but they didn't leave their name and address, no information.
Okay.
But I can track their IP addresses here
Mm-hmm.
and see how much they watched, if they rewatched, what sections they rewatched. And this is telling me how much over here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can track it. I can track everything.
Okay. Nice.
So
and then okay, so we'll see how mine goes.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah.
But what I suggest you do is, I'm going to send you this priority, is the divorce lawyers in Hartford. And here they are. There's 31 of them. And the nice part about this list is it has all their phone numbers. Right? Yeah. And some of them have their email or their names.
Okay.
So when you're calling them, you know, You can
Right.
work your magic there. It's a start, right?
It's a set. Yes, yes.
But you got to be real disciplined and sit down and go, one, no, Reshma, we're not interested. Well, you know what? Thank you for your time, and I want to reach out to you as time goes, because it's all about relationship building, something like that. Right?
Right.
So you've got enough of them to start, and yeah, I'm not pursuing divorce lawyers at all, so I can get you as many cities as you want.
Right, right. Yeah,
You know,
right. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
so that
Yeah,
this is this is called cold calling, and that's not fun.
I know. Yeah,
But keep a positive frame of mind, and here's Cindy Crockett right here.
right.
Here's mine.
So but you said she's not a divorce lawyer.
No, she apparently she is, but she's not doing it as her main business.
Oh,
She's licensed to do divorce lawyers.
okay, okay.
And maybe some partner of her firm does divorce.
Okay.
But when she talked to me, she's like, I want to focus on personal injury. Well, okay, we're going to do that.
Right.
Right. But yeah, you can reach out to her. She's a
Right.
nice lady.
Okay.
And I mean, it's always good to pick somebody's brain.
Right.
If she'll let you. But
Right.
you've got a whole bunch of people here you can start
Right.
with.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's great. If nothing, it's practice to do cold calling, right?
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Because I've never done cold calling before.
Well, I mean, admit it and own it. When you call them, it's like, hey, I've never done this before. And it gives you vulnerability, but it also, hey, what can I help you with? But I always do this, and I did this with the pandemic as soon as we hit it, is somebody answers the phone. Yes, this is Janie at Hirschman Crockett. Hey, Janie, my name is Mike, and I was wondering if you can help me out for a minute. And stay silent. Anybody's going to say, yeah, what is it?
Mm-hmm.
And then go on from there.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
Because once once you get them on the phone and they've responded yes, you only need 2 more yeses to get, the sale or at least a conversation. And all you want to do in these is set up a Zoom call or a phone call, 15-minute phone call, but nothing else. So you're only using this. So you're contacting 30 and you're only going to get 3.
Right.
But you're going to spend all day, and the first thing out of your mouth as soon as they answer the phone is, hey, my name is Mushra. Thanks for answering the phone call. Can you help me out for a second? Yeah. What do you need? Well, I gotta admit, I don't do this too often. This is the first time I'm doing this for my business, but I help divorced women with their finances, and I'd like to talk to Paul McConnell. So you got the name right here. Hey, I'd like to talk to Paul McConnell sometime next week, if it's possible, for about 15 minutes to see if we might help some of his clients.
Okay.
Done.
Right.
You don't want to get into your story or nothing like that, because that person that you're talking to is a gatekeeper, and their job is to not let you in and talk to Paul.
Right.
Or Robin. But when you start off with that, Thanks, Judy. My name is Reshma. Can I get your help for a second? And they're always going to say yes. Who doesn't want to help anybody?
Right.
You know? No, what do you want? They're not going to do that.
Right.
Because one, they don't know if you're a client.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And you're not there to sell them anything, but just, hey, this is what I'm calling about. I'm not too experienced in this. You know, I'm not a really professional person, but I'm the founder of my company, and we help divorced women, and we'd like to help some of your clients get back on their feet.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, right?
Right.
And what do you mean? Right. So, I'd like to get into it right now with you, but really I'm only calling you for like a 15-minute appointment next week. Is that possible?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. Done.
Wow. Yeah, I should try it. Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, how much or time would it take you to contact 30 firms in Hartford?
An hour or so.
Yeah, an hour.
Right.
And you get 3 new clients, not clients, but people are going to supply you with a whole list of clients.
Right. Yeah.
But it's taking it one step at a time and realizing that these are your bread and butter. These are the people that you want to help.
Right.
But
yeah,
they're not going to know it at the very, very, very get-go.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's hard to know who's divorced otherwise, right? I mean,
yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to
exactly.
ask, hey, I'm looking for, people that are divorced. Well, they're not going to wave at you in the square.
Yeah.
I am divorced.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not going to happen.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. It's like, yeah, people say, yes, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a hairdresser, I'm this, I'm that, but nobody's going to say, yes, I'm a divorced woman.
Right. And it's for I know a couple of women that are divorced, but I don't know them in like these guys. These guys are their clients.
Yeah.
So one, the clients that they're helping out,
Mm-hmm.
right? They have money.
Yeah. That's true. Right. Yeah. That's
so
true. Yeah.
Strategically, it's a good move to go after these firms.
Right. Yeah.
So even if they say no, okay, next, because the law of averages is you're going to get 10% of them to say, tell me more.
Right.
And if you get 3, okay, how many, and it makes sense to both of you. Okay. What lawyers do is they refer clients to each other, and they charge a referral fee. You can give a referral fee to each one of these. Tell me that a divorce lawyer wouldn't love to be receiving a PayPal link for their referral to you via PayPal while they're sleeping.
Right. What's the percentage people, or I should offer, you recommend?
I can only tell you what I do is I offer 50. 50%. 50% of what I collect from any one of a referral, I pay it right as soon as I get paid. Why? Because I want more referrals. And, ask, hey, thank you very much for that referral. Okay. Done deal. No, your $750, look in your email. It should be paid to your email via PayPal. $750. I know it's ice cream money for you, but you know what? it's it's paying a bill.
Right. And you give that for every time they do that, right?
Yep. Every time they're going to send me now I have to gain money from that referral.
Right.
I'm not going to pay you for a referral that doesn't buy my stuff,
Right.
or
Right.
is telling me, oh, I got to wait a year. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah, they're going to wait a year. You got any
Mm-hmm.
more?
Right. Right.
I mean, but it has an easier I have an easier conversation in developing a relationship when it's you sending me one of your clients, and Reshma sent me, and she mentioned that you could really use some of my help, and I'd happy to go over it with you for a half an hour with you, no charge, just see what we got. Yeah, okay, I'll do my research, and here's my self-booking link, and we can get together on a Zoom. Is that fair enough? Great, done. There's no sell. It's just when I get together for a gabba.
Right. Right.
So that is that's what I warn people as far as don't sell.
Right. Yeah.
It's just but getting from here's how I can help you, here's how you can help your clients, so we develop a win-win-win scenario that everybody can walk away happy.
Right. Yeah.
So the win-win-win policy.
Yes. Win-win-win policy.
So I'm going to send you this.
Okay.
I'm going to send you the report, because it's been in the hopper for a long time now. So no, that's not it. This is it. Yeah. So you can look over this and find out, what do you want to work. I would suggest working here first. And how do you want to do it? Go to YouTube and go, how do I get my business on Google? Like on the search bar. And you'll be flooded with a whole bunch of videos. Choose one that is going to walk you through it step by step. And by the afternoon, you're good to go.
Okay.
But you have to get that first. Or if you don't want to do it, you can always go to Fiverr.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear of Fiverr?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Okay. So go to FIVVER.com, Fiverr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And ask if anybody is experienced doing, Google My Business, or listing businesses on Google My Business. And, somebody will charge you like $25, $30 to put your business on Google. Right?
Okay.
So done.
Right. Oh, okay.
Right. So if you don't want to do it yourself, you can pay pennies or, a couple. I've never done it, but I hear that people are doing it for like $50, for $35, $50 to get your, and it's set it and forget it and don't have to worry about it anymore. So whatever they're going to put, like business name, okay, you've got this for your business name in Facebook.
Yeah, I don't have a business page in Facebook yet.
Okay.
That's my personal page.
Right. So again, the hack is go to YouTube, put in the search, how do I build how do I build a business page on Facebook?
Right.
But
you said it needs to be everywhere. It needs to be consistent, right? Flourish the center
consistent
across.
on Google.
Yeah.
It needs to mirror Google. In other words, if you're going to put down this address as far as your Google, it must be the same. In other words, you can't put down 783 Prospect Street and spell it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got
If
it.
you're going to do ST period for Google, you need to do ST period for the rest of them.
Okay.
Because if you don't, it won't show.
Okay.
And there, I mean, you can take a screenshot of this and give it to somebody at Fiverr. It's like, what is it going to cost me for you to do these, all of these?
Oh, okay.
Right? So this is, this is international. But once you get down to here, it's like Foursquare. That's local.
You
like
have to be on all. Okay. You have to be on all of these?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. But if you're going to do it and pay for it, you might as well pay for them all.
Oh. Okay.
And get a quote.
Right. Right.
What is it really? It's name, address, phone number. Name, address, phone number. Name, address, phone number. Name, address, phone number. And it's the same name, address, phone number all the way down the line. So it's like a $3 job. It's like data entry.
Right. But you have to go to each of these places and put it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You got to go to Google. You got to go to Bing. You got to go to Yahoo. You got to go. So.
And you have to create an account with each of them first?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Username, password, all that kind of BS. So, but if you do them all and you get to A, you're going to be the cat's meow, because people that are looking for your business, you won't even need to do SEO or pay for, and you're going to be front and center on all the searches and pick a couple of search terms, and you're going to be there for all of them.
Right.
But you can do all of them and not do Google, and you won't be seen anywhere.
Got it.
So if you do Google and leave the rest alone, and Google and Facebook, if you want to do it yourself, it's easy enough. It won't take all week.
Right.
If you do the hacks.
Right.
And then, the reputation. Well, you don't have any reputation so far. You got one. And
How
somebody,
do I have one?
Yeah, somebody went to the page but didn't write anything.
Oh.
I'm checking it out. Negative reviews? Well, they don't have any reviews. Video. You do have a YouTube video. So you're on YouTube, right? You have a Gmail, and therefore you have a YouTube channel, because it's automatically.
Oh, okay.
So you can use what we've done here today and put it on this channel.
Oh, okay. I have to put it?
Well, you can.
Oh, okay. I mean, I have to. Okay, so this video I can put on YouTube.
Yep.
I see. I should start doing that. So all my podcasts I can put on my account, because it will be on your account, but I have to put it on my account.
I would suggest putting it on your account because you want it to rank on your business.
Right. Okay.
So,
yeah, because I did another podcast and it's on her YouTube and I have the link. So how do I transfer it to my account? Like download it from hers and upload it onto mine?
Yep. So here, LPJ on West Hartford. Here is one of my videos here. It's front and center. It's number 1. It hasn't supersized yet because I haven't got it up to 500. But what I did was, if I press this, here's the video, but up top, here's a little camera here. So if I press this, I can go to upload videos right from my page.
Okay.
So if I press that, I can either drag it from my desktop or select the files. And I'm in my computer and I can select, these are all videos. So I select one and
Okay.
it's going to upload. So yeah, once it uploads, I can decide whether I want it to be public or whether I want it to be unlisted. Unlisted is not going to rank. Oops.
So it should be public.
Well, like this one is public because I want it to rank. This
Mm-hmm.
one's public. But for this one, it's a training. It's an hour 41 minutes. And I kept it unlisted. Right? So I'm in a mastermind and that's I'm not I'm not trademarked licensed to put this out into public.
Oh, okay.
So I kept it unlisted. But I can send it to whoever I want to train about my business.
Right. Okay.
And if I hire a salesperson, I can send them this and meet with them the next day and say, okay, what questions do you have about the training? Instead of tying up my day training them.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Right.
there's a number of unlisted ones in here as well.
Okay. But having a YouTube account is different from having a YouTube channel, correct? Or it's the same thing?
Same thing. I mean, they're getting more advanced where but I just use the one for now. I've got like 500 videos for 22 years, But these are people that I sent swag to, right? So I sent them masks. And these guys have a podcast and they're wearing the mask. Right? So it's promoting my business, right? But it's doing it in a funny way.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
Here's a guy walking around the block wearing his mask.
Oh, wow.
But
a Facebook Live cannot be downloaded, right?
No.
Or put on YouTube.
No.
Live.
I mean, Facebook Live, once it's done, in other words, action, like, okay, you're doing a live video, and once I hit stop, it'll render, and depending on what you're putting for the description and all that, sometimes they rank. Sometimes. Google owns YouTube. But
you can put that on YouTube?
Google owns YouTube and loves videos. So long as you give YouTube and Google what it wants, it'll rank your videos.
Right. So a Facebook Live
so this whole thing is when they go and look for your business, the video will show up.
Oh,
and that's what you want.
Okay.
Because Google is going to give your business the credibility and authority that you need for them to trust you and for them to take the next step and visit your website or just to call you.
Okay.
So if I go to that, if I go to this video, right, and it's at 386. So I've got to get it to 500 to supersize. And this is only, and I'm not going to sit here all day and watch it 500 times. No, I'm not going to do that. But the key is that once it does supersize, they go to my website and they're scrolling around, and all of a sudden there's couple of awards. Here's our mission. Here's our promise. Here's my schedule link. Here's a bunch of webinars that we've done. Oh, and here she is again. So it's giving me the credibility and authority that Google brings to my business.
Okay. Right. Wow. There's so much to social media, right?
That's why I'm in business.
Right.
Right.
But
I mean, I want to make your phone ring, and that's what I do.
right. But you said a Facebook live video, it can be uploaded on YouTube or no?
Well, let me put you on to something here. What is the name of that company? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Maybe I saved it. I got a laundry list of library stuff here. There's a website that connects all of your live stuff together.
Oh.
So when you're doing a live stream on Facebook, it's also at the same time a live stream on YouTube.
Oh.
So they're simulcast, like broadcast at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a duck. It's a duck head. da, 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 da. Wow.
Duck head.
Anyway, it can be done, you know.
Okay.
I'm pausing on doing that until I get my LinkedIn live. So I'll be on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, there is a LinkedIn Live also?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
LinkedIn Live.
Yeah, I'm still not. I've created my account in LinkedIn, but I haven't really started using it yet. But I need to.
Yeah. You know, start looking for divorce lawyers.
Yeah. Okay. In LinkedIn.
But absolutely don't sell anything.
Right.
Just, hey, I was reading your profile and I help divorce lawyer clients. I'd like to, you know, tell you more, or happy to tell you more.
Okay.
Let's talk here on LinkedIn. So people would more gravitate to that. Stay away from the Bitcoin people, because in their their first correspondence with you is they want to sell you Bitcoin right now. It's like, hey, didn't you want to know my name first?
Yeah, I came across a few of those on Facebook.
Yeah.
The like, Bitcoin sellers.
Yeah. It's like, you're making me nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll say hi to them and they'll send you that whole Bitcoin message and everything, and it's crazy.
Like, it's like, no thanks.
Right.
Here's one. I don't know. I've never met this guy. Mike Hertz. I don't know. So I go check him out, and Yeah, he's from the Philippines, but I don't know anybody he knows. I don't know this guy, so I'm going to ignore him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, guy, but unless they unless they know a number of people that I know, like this
Mm-hmm.
guy. He's in Dohar, Qatar. He's an eye doctor.
Right. In the
You know,
Middle East,
he's
yeah.
reaching out to me. You know, thank you. He's first level. So
Mm-hmm.
in the past, he and I must have crossed paths somehow, and I wished him a happy birthday. I wish
Mm.
everybody a happy birthday.
Oh, okay.
And some get back to me and say thank you. So I send him a little thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't hurt and doesn't take 1 second.
Right, right, right.
And you never know, he might read my profile and go, yeah, I got some extra money to do marketing. I don't know.
Right. Yes, that's true.
Right.
Yeah. So when I reach out to these divorce lawyers, I just send a message. I don't friend them first because they don't know me, right? I
Right.
just send them a message. Okay.
Right. And what this this is where I get the list from, but you could always call these guys, right?
Yeah.
And when, you know, have your little highlighter or whatever and highlight the ones that you contacted, highlight the ones in a different color that you need to follow up with.
Right.
But always, you could always go to their website and go to their contact page.
Mm-hmm.
And if their contact page has a email,
Mm-hmm.
you can hook up with them that way.
Okay.
Right. So here you can do divorce lawyers. And here's the divorce lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this, when you want to connect with them, it's not going to let you connect with them unless you know their email.
Oh.
But you can go over here and it's going to, it's not doing it right now. You can go to divorce lawyers and you can go to the different groups of divorce lawyers.
Okay.
Right? So divorce lawyers, and you press on this and it goes to this page. There's 9 employees working for this company.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And here's their, you know, their website. So, you know, it takes a little research, but here, you know, divorce lawyers deli, divorce lawyers for men, divorce lawyers for women, right? So you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for women and see what's there. See all. So, I mean, LinkedIn is your place for the professionals.
Okay.
If you
Right.
focus on Facebook,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, the divorce lawyer that's going to show Jimmy's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not really the place.
Right, right.
But here, it's designed for business.
Business. Right, right.
Divorce lawyers, Ontario, see all results. And, oh yeah, the filter here, you can select groups.
Okay.
So selecting groups, when you post to them, here it is right here, 716 members. Global, it's 2,152 members.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is in your wheelhouse right here.
But is
But I
this
mean,
to
you
join
want
their
to,
group?
yeah, you want to get in front of these people because lawyers, attorneys, legal professionals, there's only 6 members. Okay.
But
Okay.
but if there are groups and I'm not a divorce lawyer, they won't let me in to join their group, right?
Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But if you're you're a business that assists them,
Mm-hmm.
pays them,
Mm-hmm.
helps their clients,
Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe they want to, hear from you. But you're
Right,
right. Some of them are going to go, if you're not a lawyer, buzz off.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do the same thing on Facebook.
Right.
Okay, the divorced lawyers CT, Connecticut.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
So in doing your research, you're gathering up all those that you're going to prospect.
Right.
And you have a bad day. Everybody said no. Okay. There's always tomorrow. And
Right.
tomorrow you're going to get yes. It's a numbers game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And not to get disheartened by no's, right?
Yeah. I mean, no. And you go, okay, I understand. How would you leave them better than when you found them? Right? So I do it with the report.
Mm.
Hey,
Okay.
you said no. I get it. Okay. But I know you got problems, but you don't want to share it with me because you don't know me. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But how would it, would you accept a report that could show you, where your standing is online? It's usually $300, but, I'll give it to you for free.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see people recover out of the pandemic. That's why I'm in business.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, no, go play in traffic. Okay. Or they say, well, I'll take a look at it. All right. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me another bite at the apple.
Right.
Because they would have said no anyway.
Correct. Right.
Who knows? It might be my $1 million claim. Maybe. Or maybe not. But you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Correct. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So what else can I help you with? I'm just thinking about the wheelhouse here, and the list is a good start. Your report is a good start for you specifically, so you can get your bearings. I need to get through with this, or I need to get through with that. But yeah, I would suggest starting with that.
Okay.
Is it'll at least get some momentum,
Right.
and get you doing the things that needs to be done to establish that relationship. And, then you can expand your network and, maybe take on some people that are looking for a job and say, hey, it's only part-time. It's only 4 hours a day, but I do expect you to take this list and contact 20 people.
Oh, okay.
So you're not spending your whole day spinning your wheels. You can get down your script and give it to somebody else, and whether it be a student or whether it be a single mom, she's that's not much, but you know what? It's better than nothing. Pays for diapers.
Right.
and at the same time, it's giving you the focus on what you do. This is what you do. You're not, you didn't get into business to make cold calls.
Right. Yeah.
Be punched in the face every day by people saying, no, don't call me again. Buzz off. No, let that $5 job an hour for somebody else.
Correct. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's scaling up your business.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what solopreneurs do. They try to do everything themselves, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I contact a dentist, I was like, listen, doc, you're going to spend your day putting in fillings and crowns and whatever. You let me worry about ringing your phone.
Right.
That's what I'm paid for.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And depending on the person, they go, yeah, or they go, oh, we can do it all in-house. Okay, good luck to you. From the reports that I see, if you're going to go down that track, you're going to be sorely disappointed if you're going to expect any type of success from what your track record is by report.
Right. Yeah.
I can see it right here, all straight D's. If you're happy with that, I mean, I'm not being a wise ass. I'm like, look at the report. Now you know your problems, and I know your problems. Let's do something about it or not, and I'm fine either way.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it for yourself and make your, no hard feelings. I'm going on to your competitor next door. See ya.
Right. Yeah.
That's just, but yeah, I'm an open book. Okay. Anytime you need any help with any of this, give me a call, or text me or whatever. But as far as the need now is getting you this report, so that you at least know, okay, this visibility and how do I fix it, right? And then the reputation. There's nothing to fix. Just get going. Negative reviews. This. So it's one bite at a time,
Right. Yeah.
But so long as you know what you're facing, that makes it easier to follow with direction.
Correct.
So as soon as I get this done, I can move on to the next one.
Correct. Yeah.
So.
Right. Yeah, I think reputation will come only once I have a few clients who are going to give me reviews, right?
You need 6 to 10 5-star reviews in order to be trusted online.
For my business.
Right.
Because I have reviews for my book, Amazon reviews on my book, but not for my business.
Right. You need them for your business. But I mean, let's see what the future brings, because if you're having struggles with that, we can always bring them over because it's your book.
Yeah.
And it's Amazon. So I can put them as a web review instead of a Google review or Facebook review. I have a little icon that says it's a web review, and it'll still rank on Google if you get your Google house in order. Okay.
And these reviews need to be text or videos?
It can be either one.
Okay.
So let me show you. Let me show you one here.
And you put it on Google, right? The review?
I put it onto YouTube.
Oh.
And our secret sauce is giving YouTube and Google all it wants and needs to rank it. So let's go to this video. And we start off with a pretty graphic. The girl, she's standing in front of a green screen.
Okay.
But you'd never know it.
Right, right.
So I don't have to get a camera crew, shut down a business for a half a day and march around, your place of business. I can do this all online.
Wow.
But as she's talking, I ask people all the time, how many times does she say Tesla inside the video? And all the time I hear, oh, she says it 3 or 5 times, right? She doesn't say it once. It's a generic video. She's reading off a script.
Oh.
The background there, it's her showroom. So she's standing in front of a green screen, reading a script, and the background there, it's a Hollywood-style 60-second commercial. And she goes, hey, we just got our 5-star review. Take a look. And we take the actual 5-star review, we put it into the video, onto the iPad, right? And the background can be different. This is a mall. We've got it in a coffee shop. We've got it in, Starbucks. So, hey, wasn't that a great review? For more information, call the number on your screen. Done. This is making people either call, opt in, set an appointment, or buy. And it's been doing that for the last 6 years.
Wow.
This is an old video, but we make them the same way every single day. And it's up and over 12,000 views. It's almost 12,300, almost. And counting, it'll be up over 3,000 today, or 300 today, 12,300. So it's not going anywhere.
And it's only like a minute or so, you said, right?
Yep. 1 minute.
1 minute. Wow.
But would you rather watch a minute and be convinced that it's a reputable company? You've got my brand. Because if I'm looking for a Tesla, I'm not looking to buy a BMW.
Right. Yeah.
And third is, are they going to give me a good deal? I have no control over that. But are you going to call, opt in, set an appointment, or buy? Most do. And they see an impact right away. And then we throw traffic elsewhere. Like it could be on ESPN, and they click the button. And where do they go? Well, they want to check out the company, and they go to the Google, and they see this. Done deal.
Right.
And if they go to the website, and they see the little girl again on the website, done deal. It doesn't matter how much the car is now.
Right.
Gain my trust. Who do I talk to buy my next Tesla?
Right. Yeah.
So, but the whole thing is the staff had to be in on it too, and they had to buy into sending their prospective customers to Google. Or do you want to sell them and be a dance around like a sales monkey? Or do you want them to get watch a 60-second video and be sold? Sign the paperwork.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. I mean, like I say, we're not a one, what does they call it? What is the term? One horse pony. No.
One horse pony.
One. Anyway, we don't just do one thing.
Right.
We do it all.
Right.
Or a one-stop shop.
You are a one-stop shop.
I am a one-stop shop.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But you said we don't do so. Like you are a one-stop shop, right?
Yeah, I mean, once we're done with a client, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
If they've got their marketing, wheels spinning, that engine will never stop okay, they're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
if I just sell them a one-off
Mm-hmm.
and they want to go away, okay, we can do that too.
Right.
But it's developing and building that trust.
Yeah, and if you've done a good job, they'll just keep coming back to you. Why would they go to somebody else?
Right. Right.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
mean, it's like a dentist. Okay,
Yeah.
one dentist is going to put your fillings in, and one dentist is going to put your braces in, and one dentist is going to do your root canal, and
Right.
oh my God, can't this be done under one roof?
Yeah.
And especially in the car industry, they've got one guy that does their social media, one guy that does their video marketing. They got one guy that does their website production. They got one guy that answers the people that are on the website asking questions. It's what? We could do this all in one house and charge
Right.
one
Right.
price, and there you go. So
Right. Right.
we're working towards it.
You have a team?
Well, since the pandemic, I don't have any clue about hiring.
Mm.
Have no clue. I have no clue about managing teams. I have no clue about moving cars from one area to another. I have no
Right.
clue, but I know the people that do.
Okay.
So when they say, hey, no, I don't want marketing. Well, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first priority is the hiring, or the
Right.
first priority is my management team,
Right.
or the first priority is answering the phones.
Right.
I can't help you out with that. I do this, but I
Right.
know a guy.
Right.
So in my network, I know a guy or gal that can help you. Would you be
Right.
interested in talking to them? Great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll contact you in 2 weeks and see how it's going.
Right.
Hey, how was Elliot for your hiring? Oh, he's awesome. Thank you very much for referring him. He's really professional. Great. When are we going to talk about this?
Right.
So building out the relationship,
Right. Yeah.
but I'm now not saying, hey, I'll contact you in 6 months and see where you are.
Right.
I can contact you in 2 weeks and check up on my boy or a girl that I referred you to.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Now let's have a meaningful conversation of what I want to talk about. But,
Right.
but not all are doing it, but some are, and
Right.
it keeps the wheels spinning.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, when I send him a referral and he closes and makes money off it, I don't expect him to pay me a referral fee. That's my business model.
Right.
So
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
expecting him to do that.
Right. Right.
I'm doing my own stuff as well. So I'm telling them each and every one of us are in sales of some sort, and we're all contacting, let's on average, 100 people a week, just average. Well, if we're contacting 100 people a week, 20 of them, like the 20 or 80-20 rule,
Yeah.
20 of them are going to say, hey, I'm interested. Great. And 80 of them are going to say, buzz off. Wait, before I buzz off, let's talk about this.
Mm.
Or before I buzz off, let me at least give you one of these.
A report. Yeah.
And when you're ready, you can contact me.
Right.
Fair enough? Yeah, okay, I'll take a look at it. Great. When it's somebody else doing it for me, I get an alert that, Don Brady just sent a report to Hoffman Ford, and Hoffman Ford just got the report. I would contact Don Brady. Hey, who's this guy Hoffman? And he can say, buzz off, Larkin. He's my client. Or, hey, he's useless, man. He doesn't want anything from me. It's all yours. Great. If I close him, Don, you know that I'm going to pay you $750, right? Yep. All right. Cool. I'll contact him. Hey, I want to speak to Brandon Hoffman. Hey, Brandon, my name is Mike Larkin. I just wanted to go through the report that Don gave to you. Yeah, I've got it right here. So if you go to your computer, I'm going to send you the link, and we can both look at the report at the same time. Or contact him and go, hey, are you up for a half an hour meeting on a Zoom so I can go over the report Don sent you?
How does somebody else send your report?
This is their report. This is
No, like how did Don send your report to somebody
so
else?
I designed a landing page
Oh,
for him. So
that he can run your report.
yep. So it's his and I only tell him, hey, don't give this report out to anybody. Just give it to the people that say no.
Mm.
So here's all the landing pages. Here's Don's. Same idea. It's his commercial of him doing what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And then the business, the phone number, and go get the report.
Okay.
But if he sends this page to them, the person's going to go, what the hell am I looking at?
Mm-hmm.
And this is describing the word. Why is this free?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I need this report? How is it calculated? What's the catch?
Mm-hmm.
What do I do with the results?
Mm-hmm.
What if my score is low? Right? It's answering the questions that are going through their mind at that time.
Right.
So each one of these, as far as this goes, is exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
But here up top, it's branded to his company. Right?
But is he selling his product or your product?
He's selling his product. Right? So he's selling, hey, I do transportation of vehicles across the country. And if you need, you buy a Mercedes at an auction in California, I can have my boys ship it out to you in your store in Ohio or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he does. And they say, hey, no, you're a nice guy, Don, but we're all set.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before I leave, can I give you one of these reports that is going to customize, and you can see what you need, what you might need help with?
Marketing wise.
Yep.
Okay.
So this,
they are just...
this is what I do.
Okay.
But why would he do it?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get a no anyway.
Mm.
So why not give them something that they can, benefit from, and I can benefit from, and their customers can benefit. It's a win-win-win.
Okay,
Instead of them saying no to him, and he goes, okay, I'll contact you in a month or 3 months or 6. He never does. He's on to the next person.
Right.
But if we work together, he can and his name is going to be up here, his logo, his phone number.
Okay.
And it's not like he's going to do it for free. They're going to know at a glance what they need help with. But I'm going to pay them if they come on board with me.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so it's a collaboration, and he's, as it is, got a no, and then if they go with you, he's going to get a referral. So
yeah, he's going to get half.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's not getting it. He's not getting anything. He's getting half.
Half, correct. Yeah.
Because he was going to receive a no.
Yeah.
And what do you get for a no? Nothing.
Right.
And he contacts him back in 6 months. Hey, this is Don Brady. I just wanted to reach out to you. How's your transportation of your vehicles going? Who are you again? Because they speak to hundreds of people per week.
Right.
And they're all offering their stuff.
Right.
So when you're able to put something like this in front of them, yeah, they leave it up to them as far as when they want to go over it. Because they're busy.
Right.
But they're always going to see this at a glance.
Right.
And if we go around the horn again, we have 80 people, 80 people, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80 that say no a week.
Mm-hmm.
So the little videos are describing, hey, where do you want to start? Giving, if this guy refers this guy, great. I don't owe, or nobody owes anybody to anything. But if he pays a referral fee, you bet your booby that this guy is going to refer more.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Or not. I'm not saying that they have to. It's all voluntary.
Right.
But what keeps the wheel spinning is the fact that I'm paying.
Correct.
And I would have never got that business otherwise.
Correct.
So why not?
Right.
So yeah, that's where I roll.
Right. No, it's awesome. That's true. Yeah, and if you give a good referral amount, they'll give you more. If you just give them 5 or 10%, it's so what?
Right. I mean, anybody can do anything they want. It's your business. But when I say that I'm paying 50%, a lot of them go, no, Mike, you don't need to pay me anything. That's your business. That's your money. Hey, I'm paying it because I want to continue to spin this wheel.
Correct.
And you're going to talk. These guys are going to talk to each other going, hey, Larkin just paid me another $750. For what? He calls it a referral fee. Well, I need to get into my books and start referring them more business. Okay.
Right.
Well, I'll pay you too.
Right. Yeah. And nowadays, I mean, social media or marketing, everybody needs it, right?
And the fact is that they don't know what they don't know.
Right.
And by me putting this, report in front of them, now they know what they didn't know.
Correct.
So what do you want to work on first? And if you don't want to work on anything, that's up to you.
Right.
But God forbid I meet your competitor because we're going to romp you.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a deep dive into what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How I pivoted.
Yeah, it's awesome. What you're doing is really good, and this is required, especially now during the pandemic when everything is just digital and digital media and all. It's just
people are starting to wrap their heads around it. And it's been a long journey because 10 years ago when I described this type of stuff, they're going, what are you doing now?
Yeah.
Like they're so wrapped up in what they're doing, they don't have the time to pay attention to how this can benefit them. And this is the whole crux of digital marketing is it's supposed to make it easier.
Right. Yeah, but it's a lot to take. I mean, you're in this field, so you understand the ins and outs, but for an outsider, it's like, what is this? And then you've got all these graphics and it's
right.
So it is a lot to take. I mean, because I'm in IT, I'm following what all you're doing and saying, and I'm understanding flowcharts and all, but it's a lot.
That's why, I mean, when we put these things together, we wanted to make sure that we are reaching out to Google and we're getting the data off of Google. So somebody can't say, oh, this is all wrong. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? It's not all wrong. You know, we scraped it off of Google, and Google only provides what Google has.
Right.
So it's designed in a way that can put at a glance your problems right in front of you.
Right. Did you design this yourself? This whole
No,
system? Oh,
no,
okay. Okay.
no.
Okay.
But here it's the ecosystem. We started off with reputation marketing about 10 years ago. And then we added traffic, and that's when I got in trouble.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Then a couple of years ago we added the automated funnels, so that we're going up against the 10-page website that people are looking around and going.
Right.
A one-page website where everything is at a, you know, I can hold up my coffee and scroll with my phone, and when I'm ready to call, I call.
Right.
Instead of what page was that on again?
Right. Yeah.
And they go. And then the social media, which I think is the strongest of all of them, because I can go into my back office and, you know, put a link on anything I want on that day. So here's all my past all my past posts, and here's all my future posts.
Oh.
So
Wow.
we're at the 16th of November, and I have 8 going out today
Wow.
on all platforms. So if you haven't seen them on social media, get ready.
What's the name?
So if I go in here, here's the daily posts.
Right. No, like if I want to connect with you on one of these, what do I look for? Your name or your business?
I think I'm connected with you on LinkedIn. Or
Yeah.
no, I think on LinkedIn I just requested a connection.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got to accept my connection.
And how did this get on LinkedIn? You put it
No, you did.
on LinkedIn? That
That's you,
I
right?
no, this yes, but I didn't put that let's celebrate thing on LinkedIn.
Somebody else must have.
Oh, you got it from LinkedIn?
Right here.
That this thing?
This is you, right? And
Yeah.
this is their post, right?
Yeah, yes, it is, but I didn't put it there, so somebody else did?
I have no idea.
Huh, it's
It's
interesting.
announcing your 50th birthday.
Yeah, I put this on Facebook, but not on LinkedIn, so I don't know how it came on the LinkedIn. Facebook and LinkedIn are not connected, right?
No, they're not supposed to be.
So how
Unless
did,
you're doing a service like this,
I'm not doing any services.
right?
So if,
Or somebody made of or somebody hacked you. I don't know.
wow, I don't know. I'll have to find out how this got here.
Somebody liked it. This lady.
Yeah. So this, if I go to my page, I'll see that?
You know this lady?
Yeah. Did she
Okay.
put it there?
I don't know.
Huh, I just don't know how it went there.
But
Okay.
she put a little love
Heart.
icon.
Yeah. No, I know her, but I don't know how this posting came here. That's what I don't understand. It won't say if somebody else put it or tagged me or something.
Yeah, it would, but this indicates that you posted it.
Oh, maybe I did. Huh, I don't remember. Maybe I did. Yeah, now I remember. Maybe I did because it was my book launch and I said I should put something on LinkedIn too. So yeah, now I remember. Maybe I did and I copied, pasted it. Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm
Yes.
saying is that I can do copy link, right? I can go
Okay.
in here and select, oops, single post, and so this is a LinkedIn post.
Okay.
So I would select LinkedIn.
Mm. Correct.
Because if I select them all, it's going to say, well, you're not signed in to LinkedIn. So if I'm on LinkedIn, I am seeing this. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
So I can put my little logo up there,
Mm-hmm.
little branding.
Mm-hmm.
And then here, it's my company,
Right.
right? It's going to go out on the 29th. No, I want it going out today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the 16th. And what time is it? 12? Let's say 12:15 p.m. Save. So it's going out at 12:15. And cool. Got it. So 8750, 8,750 people are going to see that on LinkedIn.
Oh, wow.
So I go this, and this is 12, this is 12:15.
And
I'm going,
what app or tool is this? This is you.
it's all integrated. It's not an app.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
it's
it's homemade.
right.
Okay. Okay. It's not some, people buy all these things. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is okay.
Gallery, and I'm going to upload your, I think, files. Um, do, 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 do. Huh. Nope. Pretty sure I took a screenshot of this earlier on. Hmm. Huh. No. I got a lot of stuff on this computer.
Yeah, I can see that. But you're still pretty organized compared to having so many things.
I can find at least some of the stuff. Um, Here it is, right here. So I want to I got it all in there. Insert. All right. This is still good. Save. And here it is right here. So this will go out at 12:15.
Thank you.
Right. And so these are all here. So activity, and this is what I sent out so far today. So the first impression, the 55% off, the 5-star video, 55% off. These are all going out already. So what I do is, and I didn't get to that one and that one and that one, and this one I've already done yesterday. But I'll come here and I'll edit the post so that I can put in stuff like tag people.
Okay.
So what I normally do is tag all the people that I know from the think tank. It's a group of people that meet every Thursday night. And just socially, right? But I have a listing of people from the West Hartford Chamber of Commerce. So when I want to alert them to something, I will. So I got to put an @ sign to do this manually.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do it now, but and then I have a number of hashtags that these are all followed by 1 million people.
Oh.
So, not all of them, but huge numbers.
Right.
Instead of making up a hashtag and it's being followed by nobody.
Right.
Or 3 people. You know?
Right. Yes.
So I want it to be followed by, and I try to narrow it down to 5 or 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So people search by hashtags?
Yep.
Okay.
Hashtag. Let's do money. It's going to show me how many people are following the hashtag money.
Oh.
But if I put monies, 12 people. Right. So you don't want to follow, so these people, who just randomly put hashtags in and don't do the research, it's useless.
Yes, correct.
So hashtags are good. People that put the @ symbol because they're on LinkedIn anyway, and they're going to see your post instead of just having them randomly scroll through and not know your post. And what I always do is I always say, hey, share, or please share. So that way, when my friends see it, they're sharing it with their network.
Okay. So there's no harm in saying please share.
No harm at all.
Okay.
And it's as simple as taking the share button and pressing it. How hard is that?
Right.
So I do things like that and give the little tidbits out because it doesn't take this is Paul. I met him in March, and he was at the NADA concert, and he does a Sunday night webinar. But it's previously recorded, and he's talking to another expert at what he does well.
Right.
Great stuff, guys. And then I can share it with my network and go something like lean in and learn. Oops. Done.
Right.
It doesn't have to be any more than that.
Right.
But it's consistent. I do it every single day, and I spend about 2 hours, sometimes an hour and a half. But it's every single day, and it can be different times of the day. I just found this little thing here yesterday, and it shows me the times of the most activity on LinkedIn.
Oh.
So it here on Monday, it's telling me that this is the time frame that I need to focus my posts on.
Right.
Or my shares on. So 6 in the morning, okay. So by the time people start to wake up, and I'm on like the Newington Chamber of Commerce or West Harvard Chamber of Commerce, they're seeing it.
Right.
And when I'm done with them, I'll post another one for the 8 and 9, or pre-post it because it's automatic.
Right.
It's going to all my social networks. So this is a little handy thing that I won't be posting at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Or 1 o'clock a.m. on a Sunday. No one's going to see it.
Right.
It's going to get drowned out.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's, my first thing is that I'm a researcher first.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to consult based on that research. And then the final part is, if you want to fulfill on what I'm suggesting, great. We get together and put together a prepackaged, program for the individual company, because they don't need everything I have.
Right.
So what's the point? But I'm going to show them that I have it, so that they can refer me to their clients. Hey, Mike does, reputation marketing, but he also does reputation building, and he also does reputation management.
Right.
So, but marketing is what I specialize in, because everybody's doing marketing.
Yeah.
They always want to correct me and go, "Don't you mean reputation management?" No. I mean reputation marketing. Because everybody's heard and been accustomed to reputation management.
Oh, okay.
But you don't make any money managing anything. You make money marketing.
Right.
So, do you have any questions for me?
No, I mean, not right now. You already gave me so much of information, which is great. So, and you were saying this will show up on Eric Lopkins' podcast, but you don't know when, right?
No. No, it's designed for mine. But I gave all of my my podcasts or webcasts. Here's episode number 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just copied and pasted all these to Eric.
Right.
Because I guess he has a way of getting all these URLs to different podcast platforms
Right,
that
right,
I don't have access to.
right.
I can't even find the duck or the duck head.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe it's upload. It's not upload. It's up. I don't know. But it's a duck. So as soon as I find it at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, oh, Reshma, I got it. I got it. It's duck head, duck bill. No, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I mean, let's go on from here. At least you have a sense on where to go with this.
Yeah.
And for you to map up a plan for yourself, it's like
Yeah.
mapping out a budget. It's
Right.
I'm going to do this, focus on this first, and go to focus on this first, second, third, fourth,
Right.
in the way of the priority.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Right. Yeah.
And you always have me to pick my brain. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So what is your address? I want to ship you one of my books.
Sure. It's 6 Middlefield. It's all one word. Middlefield Drive.
Drive.
And that's in West Hartford, Connecticut.
West Hartford, Connecticut. And
06107.
06107. And it's Mike Larkin, right?
Larkin. Yeah.
Mike Larkin.
That is it. I'm looking forward to this read. Nice.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm so glad you offered that. It's unique, and it shouldn't be unique. It's old school, but people like that to filter through an actual book.
Yes.
So
yeah.
We'll get you promoted, get you out there. Just promise me you do. Once you're done with the Hartford list, reach out to me and I'll give you whatever you want. New Haven or Waterbury or whatever, for divorce lawyers, and you'll be well on your way.
Thank you. And what's the best way to reach you?
LinkedIn. I'm always on LinkedIn. Always. So definitely hook up with me on LinkedIn. And I put out a request earlier on.
Oh, okay.
Right. Right here.
Okay.
And I don't know if you have any more pictures like this. This is brilliant right here.
Which one?
This one. This is dynamite.
Right.
You talking to a bunch of people gives you tremendous credibility.
No, I've done that only once.
Your secret's safe with me.
No, I mean, I don't have, as in similar pictures, like from the same program or a different one?
Oh, anything you got. You just reply it to the email I'm going to send you.
The thing is, I did a 5-minute pitch, so I have only the video recording, and I took a snapshot out of my video recording. I don't really have pictures.
That's fine. I mean, anything that I can use to promote you is good.
Right.
If you have audience members or people who have commented on you have a link to people or reviews of the book.
Yeah.
Anything that you can have that I can promote you. Send me that, and we'll see what I can do.
Okay, I will. Yeah. Okay, I have some reviews and all screenshots, and I have a whole lot of. As I said, I'm still not using LinkedIn. I have a whole lot on Facebook,
Okay.
but I'll send you.
Yeah. I mean, Facebook is great. It's a great place to start, but and your report, you're not setting it up as if you're your own business.
I
So
know my Facebook is right now.
don't
It's only
worry about it.
because
Don't worry about how nice it looks or nothing. Just throw it up there.
a
You know,
business page.
yeah, just throw.
Yeah.
Same thing with Google. Just throw it
Yeah.
up there, and you can pretty up later.
Okay.
But so long as it's up there, people can find you.
Okay. Just my presence.
Yeah, absolutely,
Okay. Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
And you know, when people are trying to reach out to you, at least something is going to show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So
So I'll send. Yeah. I'll email you some pictures
yeah, that's great. Great.
okay.
I'm
And reviews. Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to send you